this would be way cooler if I was monetized and I can actually play music that other people could hear. It would look way cooler. But I keep pissing people off, so I can't get 1,000 subs, so this is my workaround. I get my dance moves from my mom. I remember you telling me a story about how a big old dude, because you're like just a itty bitty 5-foot lady, and a big old dude, we went out dancing one night, and a big old dude was trying to lead you on the dance floor, and he said, little lady, I believe the man is supposed to lead. And you said something to the effect of, well, if you were trying to lead me to some place I wanted to go. Yeah, that's my mom. Alright, I gotta make choices here, because we got a new player at 1-5. Oh no, did I just break it? Fuck. I'm forcing shit. Okay, so I can't put that in there. I want to plug this one in. I'd actually rather have this one than the pink lights. I'd rather do that. There. It's too hot for all that stuff. Is that funny? I'll have to look at that later. It was so hard being me when I was growing up. I was so torn between who I wanted to be, who I was natural, and who everybody else wanted me to be. As you can see, I was uncomfortable in this dress. Makes you crabby being a people pleaser. Makes me crabby. So I got that one. Where's the other two? What happened to the other two? I had two more I was going to show. I had two more I was going to show. Did they blow off with all the fans? Oh, is it right here? Are they right here? Did I put them here? All these photographs. No, this is like a picture of me on Morro Bay Beach. Mom, no, that's Mom and Jerry and Mitzi. I took the picture. I've been taking pictures since I was 3 years old. This is one of the first ones, probably. I've taken probably freaking 500,000 pictures. And I ain't never sold one of them. Nobody's ever given me a dime for any picture I've ever taken. I don't even get like where they say photo cred or video credit. I don't even get that. People just use my shit. And like, okay, go ahead, use my shit. Use me. If you don't have enough of your own shit, use mine. By all means, use my shit. Right? The moon's in Aries. I ain't in a very good mood today. I'm just tired. I just am tired of fucking being a human being on planet Earth. And I hate it. And it sucks. And mostly other people suck. And I woke up and it was gonna be hot today. It's gonna be hot the next couple days, and my dogs are old, and I really don't want them to get into the point where they get pants so fucking hard that they can't cool down and they go into fucking heart failure. That's what happens with I've seen it so many times, so I'm just trying to keep them cool, and I wake up and the fucking AC took a shit, so what do? I look at my bank account. Alright. Can you? It doesn't, okay, yeah, you don't got a choice. So I fucking went and got this little unit, spent fucking $400. $400. Not, it'll give hopefully it'll keep the dogs from freaking going into cardiac arrest. And so, that's how I spent my morning. Yeah, I spent my morning, in a problem that I just get to deal with. Do other people just get to deal with problems all the time? I mean, I see people on their feeds and shit that they get to have, that so many people, they're living that best life. And I know from like how basically America's dissolving, as are the other parts of the world right now. All the places are dissolving because all these people that deem themselves authorities and said that this is how it's going to be, and they're going to take all these resources and they're going to make this happen and this happen and this happen. You know what? Motherfuckers didn't do the work. They didn't do the fucking work. They paid themselves for decades and they didn't fucking do the work. And now, who does the work? The Adderall driven fucking whatever, who's doing the work? Who's going out there picking up shovels and shit and fucking like building who's doing it? Because I know where I live in New Mexico, the machismos, man, they stayed in the same position. I don't know what it's like where you live, but they stayed in the same positions for 20, 30 years and they didn't do much work. And so they didn't teach the young ones the ways. And now people are just like, I don't know, we're just making shit up. I guess put the fucking curb like this. And they're fucking, oh, well, that didn't work, so let's fucking tear it up and do it again. That's all right. We got fucking unlimited budget. And we'll just, reroute people for fucking 5 years and shit. And it's happening in every city. And that's like, lazy is a cancer and it's spread. Now we get to deal with the consequences of, well, not lack of my actions. I've been working the whole fucking time. I don't know what everybody else has been doing. So, dumbass Texans and fucking Ace Hardware this morning right off the bat. If that isn't enough to put a fucking shitty taste in your mouth. Fucking, you know what? Every time I see fucking somebody with a Texas plate here, in a Jeep, brand new, MSRP, $70,000, $80,000. What are you here in a vacation home? You popping over, and then you know what? You go over to California and you stay in the mountains in your place there in the winter, and you just bopping all over the place. There are people here that can't fucking find places to live because of fuckers like you, fat fucking hogs like you, fat fucking dick system sucking fucks like you. Whenever I see a Jeep, all I can think is heaps of creeps drives Jeeps. Heaps of creeps drive Jeeps. That is the biggest fucking resource and I'll explain it right now. It started with MASH. MASH and the loyalty to that funny doctor. That started planting seeds. We're in the Korean War. We had no fucking business being in the Korean War either. We had no business being in any military engagement on any land but defending our own. But no. People got cocky, people got arrogant, people got piggish, people got evil, wicked, and fucking gross. And they decided, hey, you know what? I need to get away from the wife and the kids for a while. So let's go over and blow some shit up and let some steam off. And we'll call it in the name of freezing. We'll get all those dumbasses over there. We'll just tell them what to believe and they'll believe it. And they've just been eating it up ever since Vietnam and Operation Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi bullshit. It's all nonsense. And now the karma's coming. Not just for all the deaths, not just all the murder and mayhem that's happened. No, it's not just for that. It is for the literal, actual abuse that this earth has been taken from bombs, atomic bombs. I see they have that Oppenheimer movie out. Isn't that something to celebrate? How come freaking what's-his-face isn't sitting on his couch 50 years later, 40 years later? I have no desire to go to any movie that is out right now. People that are going to hanging out, you're still part. Keep that program alive, because there's really, that human trafficking movie came out, and all these people are looking at that human trafficking and talking about the people that fuck kids. Yeah, everybody's talking about it, and they're paying attention. You know what? I'm what happens when the kid gets fucked. I am a direct result of a baby rape. 10 months old, okay? So if you want to know what, instead of talking about all of the little fucking kid fuckers and shit, how come people aren't talking about the kids that got fucked? What about them, huh? Nope. We just get to get over it. It was in the past. You know what's funny thing? I'm having a birthday party, a halfway to 100. I'm going to be 50 years old, April 9th, 2024. I was born April 9th, 1974, 11:01 a.m. Yep, that's me, Marjo. You want up there, bud? Good boy, Todd. Good boy. Get up there, bud. Good boy. I invited my dad. I haven't seen my dad and it'll be 10 years if he comes. Yeah, I invited him. I also invited my brother's wife and his daughter and his stepdaughter. I didn't invite him because I don't fucking care if he comes or not, because he has made a point to not fucking show up in my life, so I'm not going to ask anymore. Why would I set myself up? Oh, maybe you'll come. I'm like the daughter in fucking, with her drunken mom in fucking The Bear. Like, oh, mommy, please, daddy, show up. If you love me, you'll bull fucking shit. Come if you want to, right? So I invited him. I was gonna have a lady I know cater and shit like that. I'm gonna invite the whole town. I'm gonna invite people from Omaha. I'm gonna send out invitations. I'm gonna make sure everybody that knows me is invited to Taos in April next year, because it's gonna be a hell of a winter. Come out if you want to ever see New Mexico. Here's a reason to come on out. Even you don't gotta come to my party, whatever. So I invited him, and so I see on Instacrap, because that's the only way I'm invited in their lives, in my brother's life. That is the only reason. That is the only way is I can see is pictures on social media. And I have asked adamantly, please just send me pictures. Please just send, and he doesn't. And so I stop asking. And then I put that on the fucking pile of shit that I get more shit that I can't take on as justifiable anger. I gotta just let that shit go too. You can't get mad about that, Marge. That'll give you cancer in your butt. Or your boobs will fall off or some shit. Can't get mad about that. So I saw that they were in Cayucas. That's down by where the first 3 years. I only lived there a couple years. We lived in Morro Bay before we moved on up to the armpit of California, Redden. That's a shit stain of a fucking place to grow up. That's right on the 40th parallel, man. That's hell on earth. Literally, I just saw today that they're getting their like 11 days, consecutive days of over 100 degrees, and some of those are like 112. And well, when you live in sin, I guess you're gonna burn up in the fire. You got so many people living the best life, and they don't fucking help anybody but themselves. It's just gonna get worse, man. It's not even because I'm saying it's just gonna get, I'm not even making it. Marge, you're gonna make bad things happen by saying it's gonna get worse. No, it's human nature and how they don't have discernment and they don't have discipline. Where is the discipline on this planet? Where are the disciplined people on this planet? Where? I'll wait a couple minutes. So I see that they're down, oh, that's great. So you're down there hanging out with Dad. So now it's Dad, brother, his wife, and you know, oh, the happy family, happy reunion. They're all together, you know. Brother made it back from fucking France. It's so funny how wherever my brother shows up, right after he leaves, the fucking place goes up in flames. I'm not making any correlation. I'm just saying it's peculiar. When he's in the Guard, so he gets to travel all over the world in the great, you know, in the club and act like they're doing fucking important shit, but they're doing each other in the butt in the closet and gay while away and all that. It's just it's there's so much more to what people celebrate and their little fucking Fourth of July parades and their little fucking sparklers and their, yeah, daddy's gay, why he's in other countries making hazardous pay. Mommy knows too, but she gets the card. Good dummies. That's why it's so full. There's so many drunks and shit. Because people just can't, are just trying to escape themselves all the time. I don't escape myself. I never get to escape myself. I am full aware of me at all times. I get to escape myself when I meditate. When I get to go down for like an hour and a half up into the ethers in the no place space, that's when I get to escape. But all the other times, I am very painfully aware of me at all times. And I don't like it. I wish I could be oblivious like all the fucking dumb shits I'm surrounded by. I wish I could. I wish. I've never been able to live in that ignorance. Because I notice everything. I pay attention to everything. And I don't even want to see shit. And the universe shows me shit I don't want to see. So I got a text message from my dad today. Now I called him on Father's Day. And because I felt bad, you know. I'm his last daughter. His other daughter died living that junkie lifestyle. And so I felt bad. So I sent him a text message I called him on text message and went up to the John Donne Bridge and sent him a picture. And I never heard back from him. And so I wait and see, and then I message people sometimes when I think about them. And so I got this today. He said, so Jerry and family were around here this weekend and we talked about attending your birthday party. I see the odds being pretty good we can make it. Cool. If you show up, you show up. If not, it's just another thing you didn't show up to. You know? And then I get to act in life like, you know, people are like, it's not the shit that happened 40, 50 years ago. It's the fact that the same shit is happening after all this time. And every time that I feel like I'm being shit on, I have to act like, no, Margie, this is the first time you're being shit on. Because I can't add it to all the other times, because that is an insurmountable pile of shit that I don't think I could ever fucking climb out from. So I just get to live in this little freaking la-la land like, that's okay. I understand why I'm not important enough. I understand why I asked for this one thing in 7 years. One thing. Since Mom, in the last 3 years, since Mom and I have been on the verge of homelessness. He has been to Central America 3 times. He has been to Europe twice. And when we lived in Oregon, he even visited Albuquerque. People do things on purpose to hurt people. And a big part of that is just shutting them out and trying to make them feel, I don't feel insignificant. I recognize that those are his deficits. He is so mad about shit that happened. That he said, she's your problem. You deal with her. And he didn't help me find a place to live with Mom. He didn't help me at all. It's only by the grace of God. This is my testimony. The fucker had the audacity to say, I'm gonna help you by not helping you. That is my brother. We came from the same fucking womb, so if he fucking comes, he comes. If he doesn't, I don't give a fuck. Why are you so angry, Marge? Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I ain't mad about nothing. Till some fucking asshole fucking is a douche at fucking Ace. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay home tomorrow. No, I gotta go check mail. My shampoo is in. I gotta order my shampoo online. Because I care enough about myself not to buy that shit at the fucking any place in fucking Taos. This place is a shithole, man. I am so tired of like opening up social media and like Facebook and stuff like that. It's like, you know what? When I grew up, there was a lot of things that like my mom might have been very controlling about a lot of things when I was growing up. That's because there's people out there that will take your kid and fuck them, and then they'll fucking kill them and leave them in a shallow grave, and they don't give a fuck. There's a lot of these people out there. See, and when I was growing up, people didn't act like these people didn't exist. Like these evil, wicked demons didn't fucking walk the earth. Right? They just, oh la la. No, they didn't act like it. So you had to be more accountable. Right? You had to check in, let mom know you're okay. You know, so because mom always had the attitude of, why mom? Why do I have to do that? Because I am the parent and you are the child. And there's a whole lot of people on this fucking planet that want to be their fucking kid's buddy, their friend. And look what happens. Look how fucking friends treat their friends. And then you're surprised when your fucking little kid wants to Really? No discipline. No accountability. Where is it? Where is it? I'll wait. Cocaine in the White House. This ain't the first time. This is just the first time that maybe they did a story about it. This whole fucking country's been run by fucking control freak, misogynistic, fucking pervert, scumbag assholes. Pretty much the whole time. I'm Native American. I'm biased. Yeah. Yeah. It's that controlling vibe. That I'm just gonna take all the good that you got. All the goodness. That's what people think that rape is about sexual gratification. People have no idea that it is about power and control over another fucking human being. Guys that'll have sex with other dudes and claim that they're not fucking gay. It's all about power and dominance, just like the fucking animal world. Yet society has created this idea that, go to school for 12 years and then go to college and get a good job and then put money away in a 401k and go to the College World Series and go to this sporting event and let your kid play soccer and forget the fact that you have a fucking spirit. Forget all about it. Energy doesn't die. A lot of people are coming into the realization real quick, like, oh shit, I've done a lot of really fucked up shit, and karma is real, because it's real, and people just skate and scurve and think they're slicky, and the universe keeps track of all things, my things too. Yeah. So now we're getting to the fun part. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. At least it's not going to be too terribly hot here. And we did a pretty good job of keeping it cool in here today. I just didn't want to fucking spend $400 this morning. Oh well. It's for the good of the whole. Because if it was just me, it would be much different. So, But Tucker likes it. Tucker's over getting their pets, huh, Ma? Look, Tucker likes it. He said, "Thanks, Ma. We like it, Ma. It's good into bits." So I just lived I got this T-shirt to prove it. Where is it? They ain't gonna be around much longer, man. Couple of them are. It says, "My life is arranged solely for the couple." I am pretty blessed though that God has made it. That's how I learned, like, too much of a good thing is not necessarily a good thing, and there's a lot of weight that comes with that. And that is, like, I have in years past, why do I gotta go to work? I just want to stay home and hang out with my mom and my dogs and piddle around and shit. And the universe said, okay, careful what you wish for. And we're another one of those windows right now about what people got to be careful about what they wish for, Like, oh man, I'd always wanted my whole life, I want to go down and see the Titanic. Careful what you wish for. Bunch of rich motherfuckers, dumbasses, don't have nothing better to do with fucking $250,000. Don't fucking put no money in. There's the cracks in society are too wide for people to be playing like that. Egos implode. Damage is done from the inside. So I was listening to Gigi, what's her name? Gigi Rung. Hi Stacy, good to see ya. I think about you. I have been thinking about you, I should say. What did I call today's talk? When I hate my brain. Sometimes I hate my brain because of all the thought. And then I remember, Marge, you're a tuning fork. We all are. You're just, when you keep your field clear and clean, you just are and when you have been touched by the hand of evil and then touched by the hand of God in the same life, like times over, that gives people a broad spectrum. So you got people that have like this really limited scope. Their spectrum is about to be cracked wide open. It's in the stars. This is what we can't just go on a collecting. The collective wave of bullshit just can't keep mounting. It's got to come to a precipice. It's got to come to a collective point. It's got to come to a highest point so it can break, so we can get the fuck on with trying to have better lives for more people than a freaking handful of scumbags in 10K suits. Because their ideas are bad. They can't even fake it anymore. It's like, what are people, come on, man. Are people going to step into their self-respect? Because if they start stepping into their self-respect, they're going to, the world's going to start changing, but it's not going to start changing unless they start stepping into their self-respect. Doing the right thing. Stop acting the way that you've always acted to be that asshole. Talking to you, Marge. 3 fingers pointed at me, 1 at you, 3 at me. There is nobody that I've made all my amends. I've made all of my amends. I have righted all the wrongs that I've done. It took me 13 years. I cleaned up my side of the street. I did the steps I don't know how many times. I did the 5th step like 5 times, 6 times. I did it one time. My first time I did it, the lady fell asleep. That's how boring it was. Anticlimactic. God bless you, little Linda Lou. She's like 80 now. But, I don't know. Life is about experience, and every person that I come in contact with, I carry them in my heart, and I just try not to put myself in too many positions where the experience darkens my heart more than lightens my heart. And I still I wake up and I get a little excited that maybe this is that day. Maybe this is the day. Maybe this is the day, Marge. Maybe this is the day that you've been waiting for 49 years. And then I take a shower and I'll get dressed and I'll go out in the world and I'll show up for the day and I'll be like, okay, day, here I am. Is this you? Is this you, day? And it's not. And I go home and sometimes I feel defeated. And I don't want to get up in the morning. Because being a human being's stupid. And I never really liked living this life much. Hasn't been real fun for me. You know, it hasn't been from lack of effort. It's just I'm not very warmly received. And it's just how it is. It says it in my freaking chart. I listened to a report that I had done a few years ago by the peace dealer, and he's like, yeah, you're like, you're like not really liked. Yeah, it's like, you're like, Chris Brown, you're like that guy Chris Brown. Like, his fans, they really love him, but most people just think he's a douchey dude, and I think he's a douchey dude. Or 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was another one that he, and I'm like, yeah, I know, my whole life it's like, either like I every now and again, every couple years I'll find, every few years or so I'll find somebody that I really click with. Every 10 years maybe, every 20, I don't know, it doesn't happen very often. I get really excited, but usually it just fizzles out. Because I'm definitely not for everybody. Hell, I can't even get 1,000 subs. I've been doing this 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. I can't get it. I just want to be able to listen to my music and dance around. But I can't, because I can't get 1,000 subs because people don't like me. Because what, they identify shit I say? Why do people gotta be lazy? So people hear me talk about lazy people, and then they're like, oh my god, I don't do anything. She's talking, fuck her, what an asshole, talking about lazy people. Fuck her. I'm like, don't be lazy. Don't make me the asshole. Just don't be lazy. Just work your body more than it's at rest. That's all anybody on this fucking planet has to do. And I guarantee people would feel a lot different about themselves. And that would manifest in an outwardly way in much different, more positive, peaceful ways. People do shitty, they feel shitty, they act shitty. It's not just me making shit up. This is 49 years of fucking scientific data recovery of just watching people. Like, any situation, even in a rest, any place. Like, is everybody going to be cool here? Or is someone going to be a douche? Is there going to be a power dynamic? And I like places where the situations are neutral, and they're just there for everybody to have a good time. These power dynamics, man, they make it unpleasant. And I got them in me, too. Now we got the freaking North Node going into Aries. My sun's in Aries. Fucking A. 21 degrees. Fucking A. Exalted in Aries. My sun's exalted in Aries. Yeah. I'm highly activated. And you know what? Unless I can just, be chill. Like, I got ways to counter it. I got back ways, so I don't even got to go through town. I just get skirt, I've been stressed about already last 2 weeks. Tomorrow is his day after tomorrow is his blood test for that. Whatever. They don't live forever. I just hate the part when they die. I hate the part when you gotta help them go to the Rainbow Bridge just because I miss them. And I think about, all the years of love he's given. I can't make friends with real people. That's why I have so many fucking pets. If people want to make fun of me for that, they can go ahead and make fun of me, or they could step up to be the fucking human being that I need them to be a good friend. But they don't want to do that, so I got a bunch of fucking dogs instead, so fuck people. And a cat. I got a cool cat. Where's Stan Lee? Kitty, 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 kitty. I was looking at these, I found this photo album with all these old pictures. Those other pictures would come up. I don't know what happened. such an awkward kid. I was always just so happy off by myself in nature. You know it. Then whenever I come across other people, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, are we gonna be friends?" And then they were foes, and I've been learning how to decipher ever since. People don't want to be my friend. They act like they want to be my friend. They get the benefits of being my friend, but however, I think it's funny. I look at my eyes and it looks like my eyes are it looks like I'm stoned all the time or drunk or something, like glazed eyes. And I was looking at pictures when I was a little girl, and I was like, that's just, Mom always said I had a natural sparkle in my eye, and I think it's just a natural sparkle. So for my birthday party, I'm going to make a big old chair. I'm going to put a sign on the back of it on Mom's chair that says incubator. Yep. So anyway, I think I'm done. I need to find those pictures, those other two. My first pet was a white rat. Indian Pinky. That was probably Indy. I was washing dishes when I was 2-3 years old. What's everybody else been doing? I've been working the whole time. What's everybody else been doing? I keep trying to find the worker bees. I keep seeing all these non-for-profits and shit. Oh, we care. We're here to help. We're here to do the work. You know, people are just fucking playing too much. They're playing too much. And there are a lot of fucking detrimental consequences to people playing too much. Heart failure, diabetes. I was listening to Robert Phoenix the other day. He was talking about that Frito lady, that artist with the mustache from Mexico, and how she died such a fucking gross death just because she ate so much sugar and spiked her, like, it fucking wrecked her body, and she had, like, open, oozy sores and shit like that. Does that make her art still beautiful? Kind of makes it a little less beautiful to me. Like the heart space in which created that art ended up an oozy fucking nasty mess. People don't take care of each other. They're just too busy living that best life, you know. They don't even work hard enough for those fucking 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80,000 Jeeps that they pay $8,000 extra just to get it that olive drab green, like on MASH. It's a fucking TV show. Reality is, there's a lot of people that are fucking dying because they just don't even have basic needs. You know what the reality of is? People just are dying because nobody gives a fuck about them. And they don't know how to give a fuck about themselves. So that's really why the cracks of society are getting wider. Because you all have all these people living on their fucking compounds, driving around their ATVs. They got all these good lives, a college education, all the benefits, all the perks from killing people in places, and they don't do jack shit for nobody else. They're selfish motherfucking assholes. Scumbags, and people have praise for them, and now let's celebrate that. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a